the responses. Yes or no? Now, whenever we are generating the responses, I repeat, whenever we are generating the response, up to now, directly from the servlet only, we are trying to generate the response from the servlet. How? By using request.getParameter method. By using this request.getParameter method, we'll be able to get the data from the HTML. Unit respond, guys. And after that, we will be trying to use set content type. This set content type is present inside that particular method. That particular method is present inside where? From where you are calling that set content type? From where you are calling that set content type? Servlet response. Come on, guys. Yes or no? So yes, we are trying to call that method from servlet response, and after that we are able to use get writer method. Wait, where is this get writer method present? Hang on. Get writer method is also present inside servlet response, and the return type for this get writer method is print writer class. With the help of that print writer, by using println methods, we are able to print the data in the console. Up to here, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Okay, next we'll be dealing with the next concept, that is uh, yes, request dispatcher. Our next concept is request dispatcher, but before going to that, I want you to write some 2 to 3 points regarding this life cycle of servlet object creation. Please open your notes for me. Okay. Guys, please answer this question. Init method. When you're speaking about servlet life cycle methods, totally we are having 3 methods. What is the first one? Init. Next one. After that, init method is a parameterized method or non-parameterized method. How many parameters? Type, servlet config or servlet context. Servlet means whenever init method is getting executed, I repeat, whenever init method is getting executed, automatically servlet config object will be created. Listen, first listen. Servlet config object is unique for every servlet. Please don't get confused between servlet context, servlet config. Listen to me first. Please listen to me. We'll discuss regarding this servlet context and config again in our coming classes. Separately, I'll be trying to give you the differences. But as of now, listen to me clearly. Right now, I'm speaking about servlet config. Servlet config object is unique for every servlet. Every servlet. For example, in your project, you are having 10 servlets. 10 servlets you are having. How many servlet config objects you will be having? 10. 10 servlet config objects you will be having. Just a sec. Okay. You will be having 10 servlet config objects. Servlet context object. Context. Whenever we are deploying our project into the server, I repeat, whenever we are deploying our project into the server, automatically servlet context object will be getting created. That will be only one object. Servlet, listen to me clearly, listen. Servlet context object will be shared through all the servlets. For example, just for example, consider me as your servlet context object. Me as your servlet context means I'm having one laptop, and in this laptop, I'm trying to write the code, and that code will be seen by everyone. Are you understanding the point? You guys consider yourselves as servlets. Everyone is having your own laptop now. That is servlet config object. Are you understanding the point here? Servlet config object is unique for every servlet. Servlet context object will be same for all the servlets. When servlet config object will be getting created whenever init method is getting executed. One more time. Servlet lifecycle methods. One more time. Servlet lifecycle methods. Init, service, destroy. Now answer my question correctly. When a servlet will be executed? When? Raise your hand and tell me. Who wants to answer? Raise your hand. When a servlet will be executed? When? For example, I'm having 10 servlets. When a particular servlet will be executed? When? Go ahead, try. Okay. For example, it's okay. No issues. For example, this is a servlet. Yes. When it will be executed? When? Don't make it complicated. Don't think more complex way. Normally think when this servlet will be executed. When? When? Yeah, go ahead. A little bit loud. Whenever request is coming at that time, you are saying that whenever a request is coming at that time, servlet will be executed. Let us think that there are 10 servlets. There are 10 servlets in my project. When this particular servlet will be executed? Whenever someone is saying, yeah, form action still, yes, very near. URL. Come on, guys. Yes or no? In our form action, we will be giving a URL, na? Just a second. Let me get back here. Okay. Input type. Okay. We have given a URL, na? Which servlet is matching with this URL? That servlet will be executed. Yes or no? Did I tell you that point? At that time, first, which method will be executed? Init method will be executed. Come on, it's a lifecycle method. No need to write here. By default, init method will be executed. Come on. At that time, init method is a parameterized method or non-parameterized method. How many parameters? Type servlet config object will be getting created. I hope you are understanding the cycle here, right? So servlet config object is unique for every servlet. Now my question is, when that servlet config object will be created? Whenever init method is getting executed. When init method will be getting executed? Whenever a servlet is triggered. When a servlet is getting triggered, if the URL is matching with the servlet. Sir, what if there are multiple servlet having the same URL? Your server will not start. If there are multiple servlets with the same URL pattern, your server only will not start. Am I clear with this? Now, when you're speaking about servlet context object, whenever we are deploying this project, into the server, automatically servlet context object will be created. Is that clear? Note down some points, please, first. Right. Please keep your side heading as web application development. Just a simple side heading. Please be prepared. Little bit notes will be there today. Little bit. Web application development. Note down. When a web application is when an web application is deployed, the servlet context object is created. When an web application is deployed, the servlet context object is created and it is shared across the entire application, and it is shared across the entire application. Next point. Servlet context object holds the information. Servlet context object holds the information related to the server. Dot. What is your server name? What is your server version? How many projects are present in your server? Like that. Next point. Servlet initialization. Next heading. Servlet initialization. Small point. When a servlet is loaded, and initialized, servlet config object is created. Servlet config object is created. Servlet config object is created. Dot. Next point. Servlet config object holds information related to a servlet config object holds information related to a particular servlet. Information related to a particular servlet. Next point. Servlet config object is unique for every servlet. Just if possible, if you want to write inside the braces. If you want to write, for example, inside the braces, if there are 10 servlets, 10 servlet config objects will be getting created. Just as an example, 10 servlets, 10 servlet config objects will be created. How many servlet context objects will be created? Enough. Done. Next, a small siding, handling a request. We already know that, just a theory, just a simple line. When a client makes a request, when a client makes a request, okay, servlet request and servlet response objects are when a client makes a request, servlet request and servlet response objects are created automatically by the server. By the server. Okay. Now, next line, write servlet request. Next line, write servlet request, a small arrow mark. And what that object is going to do? Process the requests. Are you understanding me? Next line, write servlet request, a small arrow mark, and process the request. I'm speaking about servlet request object. It is going to process the request. What servlet response is going to do? Generate the responses. Next line, servlet response, just a small arrow, generate the response. That's it. Generates a response. Next, methods execution. Just a small setting, methods execution. And not in a small point. During the request handling, get parameter method is used to get parameter method is used to retrieve get parameter method is used to retrieve client submitted data. Yeah, of course, we know that. Get parameter method is used to retrieve client submitted data, comma, set content type, set content type method, set content type method specifies the type of response, specifies the type of response being sent, and get writer method is used to send response response data back to the client. Response data back to the client. That's it. Done. Simple. That's it. This is not at all a new topic. We already know that. We already covered in our last 3 days of our sessions. The only new thing, listen, the only new thing which I covered up to now is just a small difference between context and config object. Just a small difference. That's it. Again, in our coming classes, we'll discuss about this servlet context and servlet config. Kindly please wait for it. Okay. Don't open your laptops. Just wait. You need to write a little more notes. But before going to that, just a small idea here. For example, just okay. Okay. Now let us consider that this is me. Okay. Now this is something like okay, guys. How many of you directly went to Naresh IT main building? Main building means second floor. Please raise, please raise. You know Naresh IT main building, second floor? Okay, down. Others, where did you went? Down. This building down? Okay, no problem. No problem. Let's keep it like this. Whenever first you came to Naresh IT, first time, whom you interacted with? For the first time I am speaking, you entered into the building. You just entered into the building. Whom you interacted with? There may be some admins. Okay, we'll do one thing. ADMIN. Admin is there. Okay. For example, I came to Naresh IT for the first time. Okay, admin is there. He will ask me, sir, what do you need? What do you want? What do you need? I'll say that I want to learn Java, for example. Then what happened? There will be some team of counselors will be there. Just let me try to keep it like this. And let us think that, okay, there will be some team of counselors. Okay, just a second. Okay, now this is Java team. Let us consider that this team belongs to Java and this team belongs to Python. Just let me try to keep it like this. Python team, please. Okay, now first time I came to Naresh IT, admin will be there and he will ask me, sir, what do you need? I said, I want to learn Java. Then what he will be doing, I have a request. I hope you are following me, right? I have a request. That request, that request, this person will forward to Java team. Yes or no? If this person is asking for Python, then he will forward that request to Python team. Currently, in this case, this person forwarded that request to Java team. Okay. Now I will be directly going and sitting behind one of the counselor's desk. And that particular counselor will be giving me, he will be trying to help me regarding Java. You know, Java, you need to take full stack. This is the scenario, this is the scenario, this much is the fees. These are the trainers, how much time it is going to take, all the placement related issues, everything this particular person will tell, yes or no. Now, the thing is, I came with a request. I came with a request. Did I directly contacted the person? Actually, my request is handled by this particular person and he forwarded my request to the another person. And of course, I got the response. Who gave me the response? First person or second person? Please tell me. Second person gave me the response. What I need? You need to respond. First person just processed my request. He did not give me the response. He just processed my request. I hope you are getting the point here. Okay. Now, let me just try to get back here. Okay. Now, client is there. CLIENT. Okay. Client is there. Okay. Okay. Now, what happened? Client will be trying to send a, sorry. Client will be trying to send a request to servlet. Client will be trying to send a request to servlet. Let us consider it as servlet 1. Okay. Now, what servlet 1 will do? it will not directly process the request. I mean, it will not directly generate the response. It will process the request and it will forward that request to another servlet. Let us consider that this is servlet 2. Okay. Again, one more time I'm coming here. Client will be giving a request. That request will be processed by servlet 1. I hope you are understanding this diagram, right? And that servlet 1 will forward that request to servlet 2. Now, yeah, client will be getting a response, but who is going to give the response? Servlet 2. Servlet 2 will be trying to give me a response. This type of communication is known as forward communication. What is that? Forward communication. Just let me try to remove this. And here I'm going to write FORWARD. Forward communication. Just a sec. Okay. This is actually forward communication. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Now, okay, this is one example. Fine. Now, same scenario in different case. For example, I am the person. I hope you are following me. I came to Naresh IT. Admin is there. And I asked admin when a new Java batch is going to be started. When? Admin knows when a new batch will be started. He will say that next Monday a new batch is going to be started. Okay. And then I'll ask him, I want to know more about Java. Are you understanding the scenario? Okay. In that scenario also, he will forward that request. I hope you are getting the point here. Okay, okay. Now coming back here. Same example, one more time. CLI client is actually sending a request to servlet 1, and yeah, servlet 1 will be giving me a response. Of course, servlet 1 will be giving RESPONSE. Servlet 1 will be giving me a response, and then again servlet 1 will forward that request to please respond SRVLET servlet 2. Now servlet 2 also will be giving me a response. So whatever the response which is given by servlet 1 and whatever the response which is given by the servlet 2 will be delivered to the client. I hope you are understanding the point here. Now this type of communication is actually known as, just a sec. Let me try to keep it like this. This is actually known as include communication, guys. Include. Include communication. So basically there are two types of communications. First one is forward communication. Client will be sending a request. That request will be processed by a servlet, and servlet 1 will forward that request to another servlet. That second servlet will be giving the response. Coming to include, client will be sending a request, okay, and that request will be handled by the servlet 1. It will generate a response. Along with that, it will forward that request to another servlet. And here servlet 2 also will be giving a response. Both the responses will be sent to the client. I hope you are understanding the point. In order to make this type of communication, that is forward and include communication, we need to use an interface known as request dispatcher. We need to use request dispatcher. Just let me try to keep it like this. So by using request dispatcher, we will be able to perform forward communication and include anything, both or only single communication also we can make this happen. Please respond. Are you understanding the point here? Right now, what is the concept which we are going to discuss? Request dispatcher. By using this request dispatcher, come on guys, literally the name itself is self-explanatory. Request dispatcher. Is that clear? By using this request dispatcher interface, we will be able to perform both forward communication and include communication. Please keep your setting as request dispatcher. Online students, if possible, kindly please try to respond to me in the chat. Am I clear with this? Online students, I need you to please respond. Nagarjuna, is that clear enough? Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. Note down a small point, please. Just a simple point. Request dispatcher interface. Request dispatcher interface is a part of request dispatcher interface is a part of Java X dot servlet package is a part of Java X dot servlet package, and it is used for resource to resource communication, resource to resource communication within a web application, within a web application. Okay. Okay. Within a web application. It allows a request to be, it allows a request to be either forwarded to, it allows a request to be either forwarded to another resource or include content from or include content from another resource in the response. Okay, guys, just a second. We can use this forward or include communication in different scenarios. From servlet to servlet, we can do that. From servlet to JSP, we can do that. From servlet to HTML, JSP to JSP also, we can do that. Just some small point. Note down. It is used to perform below servlet communications. It is used to perform below servlet communications. Servlet to servlet communication. Okay, from servlet to servlet we can forward. Yes. Servlet to JSP or HTML communication. Enough. Servlet to servlet communication. Servlet to JSP or HTML communication. Okay, cool. Next. Types of servlet communication. Please tell me how many are there? Two types. First one, forward communication. Next one is include. Just a simple statement. We can use request dispatcher for two types of servlet communications. We can use request dispatcher for two types of servlet communications which are listed below. Forward communication. Second one is include communication. No need to write this diagram. I'll upload this. You want to write? Not required. I mean, if you want, try to write the own diagram. It's an easy one. No issues. Okay. Okay. Guys, right now, let's try to see that request dispatcher in action by using this project. Just try to observe this, what is happening. Hang on. There is notes regarding this forward and include communication, but I advise let's try to deal with the code first. Shall we? No, seriously, first let's try to deal with the code. Once we understand the code, then theory easily will be able to understand. Easily will be able to write. Is that okay? No, seriously, tell me yes or no. Don't close your notes. Wait. I want you to please have this diagram in your notes. Please. Done? Be fast. Okay, what did you understand by looking at this diagram? First, what we need to create? Index.html. In that index.html, I'll enter something like enter a number. Below that, I will be giving a text box. In the text box, I need to give a number. And then two options are there, two submit buttons. Get factorial, check even. Get factorial means I need to get the factorial, check even whether that number is an even number or not. That's it, not more than that. If I gave a click on get factorial or check even, listen, if I gave a click on get factorial or check even, my request will be going to main servlet. In main servlet, I will choose to which servlet I need to forward. Let me make this simple. Totally in this particular project, how many servlets we need to create? We need to create 3 servlets. What is the first servlet? From main servlet, we need to choose to where we need to forward the request. Is it for factorial servlet or even servlet? If it is factorial servlet, we will try to calculate the factorial and we need to print that number. If it is even servlet, yeah, we need to check whether the number is even or odd. If it is even, we just need to print that. I hope you are getting the point here. That is our scenario. So shall we try to do this? Let's go. Open our laptops. Go ahead. Please open our laptops and what is your application number? Application 4. Go to new, select app 4. Make sure to check dynamic web module version 4.0. Make sure to check dynamic web module version 4.0. And please make sure to select generate web.xml. Make sure to check this checkbox. Make sure to check this checkbox. Generate web.xml. Okay. Finish. App 4 created. And let me try to copy paste the servlet. Where is this servlet API? Servlet API. I'm copy pasting the servlet API in the lib folder. Did you remember that? I'm copy pasting the servlet API in the lib folder and right click on web app, go to new, select HTML. What is the name I need to go? Index.html. Okay. Index.html, finish. HTML created. Okay. MS. I need to go with main servlet. I'm using the method as post method and enter enter the number, enter your number. Just I'm trying to use break statements. And after that, input type equal to text. Come on, continue with the code. You know it. Let me go like submit. Let's try to write like this. We'll see what happens. Yes, there is a reason why. If you observe here, I use choice. For get factorial also I'm using choice. For check even also I'm using choice. Did you observe the value? Ah, okay. Guys, tell me one thing. Right now, okay, I want to execute. For example, where is my web.xml? Web.xml inside this. I don't need all. I just need only index.html. It's same, exactly same, index.html. If I'm trying to execute, right click, run as, run on server. I'm using Tomcat. Next, finish. Tomcat started. Enter your number. I'm getting my page like this. Okay. Enter number. Guys, if possible, just a minute. Please, eyes on the board. Just a sec. Just a second. Just a second. Basically, this is my HTML. I'm gonna enter number 5. 5. If I gave a click on this get factorial or check even, any button. If I gave a click on, for example, let's go with get factorial, then you know that our request will be redirected to a servlet which is having the URL pattern as MS. In that servlet, I'll be trying to use listen. In that servlet, I'll be using request.get parameter, request.get parameter. I'm going to get the parameter choice. Choice. What it is going to return? Please tell me. If I'm giving a click on check even, I hope you're understanding the point here. If I gave a click on get factorial, I'm going to get literally get factorial. If I gave a click on check even, I'll be getting check even. It's a string. If get factorial is equal to get factorial, then I'm going to forward that to another servlet. Which servlet? Which servlet? Factorial servlet. If it is check even, then I'm going to forward it to. Are you understanding the idea behind writing this choice? Please, up to your first complete. First, up to your complete this. Please complete first. How many of you completed? Raise your hands. Okay, that is very good. Guys, people who completed, create 3 servlets. What is the name of our first servlet? Please tell me. Main servlet. Second servlet, factorial servlet. Third servlet, even servlet. Just first create servlets. First, okay, servlets means Java resources, SRC. Let me go with a package com.package pack one, finish. Okay. Inside this class, main servlet, main servlet. First create main servlet. Okay. After that, one more new class factoril factorial servlet. Finish. After that, new class even servlet, even servlet. Finish. So three servlets I have created. Now let me come to the first to the main servlet. In main servlet, okay, basically this is my main servlet. Main servlet extnds extends generic generic servlet, and after that obviously we need to override the service method. Yeah, sure, we are trying to override the service method. Now inside this, kindly please make sure to change this correctly. Servlet request servlet response. Now request dot get parameter, and what is the value here? Choice. I'm going to use choice equal to, I'm just going to write data of type string. But before going to that, please make sure to write your annotation web servlet, and here slash, what is that? MS slash MS. Now, okay, I got my data. Now what I need to do, if data, I need to compare two strings, guys. Which method I need to use? Absolutely. Equals, I'm going to write simply get factorial else, just like this. Now please request dispatcher. Now I need to use request dispatcher method. I need to get my request dispatcher. So req dot get request dispatcher, and here I need to give the URL, which URL you want to forward, equal to RD belongs to request dispatcher, and just RD dot forward request response. I'm forwarding the request and I'm trying to get that response. Same as it is, same here, but what I need to use, this is even servlet. That's it, done.